What's up, everyone? Chance here with Missouri Outdoors. Today we are out at the farm in Douglas County, and we're going to see if we can't find some deer sheds. I just got through checking the game camera back there, and unfortunately 2 days ago we had one of the big 8-pointers come through, and he still had his horns. And then we had one of the small 3 or 4-pointers come through, and he had his horns as well. But we're just gonna walk around for a little while and see what we can find. With any luck, we can run across a few. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and switch views. That way you guys can kind of see what we're looking at here. And we'll see what we can find. So stay tuned. With any luck, we'll find a bunch. Alright, well, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is a massive deer trail coming through here. We're just going to follow it up along the edge of the creek here and see what we can find. Right down there by that cedar tree and across from it is where we had both of our deer cameras at that I've been getting the photos off of. You can see here where they've been walking through and crossing the little spring that bubbles up out of the ground right over there. I know it's kind of hard to tell on film, but they have a massive trail coming through here. You can just see where they've been walking down the same path. But yeah, we're just going to walk up and down through here and see if we can't just spot a few. I'm not exactly sure a lot of the deer have lost them, but I have been getting reports from people around my area saying that they're already finding a few, so with any luck, we can join the group of people that have found some. That looks like an old scrape. But yeah, we're just going to walk around and see what we can find. I will probably film me walking here periodically, and there'll be times that I don't film, so we'll just have to see what all we can get captured. As you can tell, it kind of gets thick in here, so filming's not always a good option. But we're going to walk around and see what we can find, so I'll let you know if I run across anything interesting for sure. So looks like maybe an armadillo or something's been rooting around through here. You can see where the leaves have kind of been pushed up in a tunnel pattern. I don't know. We got a pretty big farm to walk. I probably won't get it all done today, but I wanted to try to get a video out for you guys, and it's a little cold to go fishing today, so I figured we'd just go for a nice long walk and see what we could run across. Well, we might find some sheds or find a dead head off someone's kill from rifle season that they didn't find. Hopefully not, but you never know. But alright, I'm going to keep walking around and I'll let you know when I find something. Alright guys, well, I found something kind of interesting, I guess. We were walking through the woods here and we come across this trash pile. And I'm real curious every time I find one of these, so I got to digging around in it. And you're not going to believe it. I found gold. These old, I think they're RAM or memory cards for like old style computers. But you see all those little teeth there on the ends? That's all gold. And then there's these, and all of those little teeth coming off are solid gold. Or they may be gold plated, I'm not 100% sure. Isn't that cool? I know it's not really, you know, sheds or too really outdoor related, but there is a whole lot of these. And most of them are gold plated. Like that one might be platinum, I think. Platinum or silver maybe. But as you can see, there's quite a few of these. And the more I get to digging, the more I find. A lot of them are still in their original packaging. Like I said, I know it's not shed related, but it's pretty cool. And the more I get to digging in here, the more I find. Like these are the heat sinks that still have them attached. I don't know how I'm going to pack all this out of here, but I'm going to take all this gold bearing stuff with me, and we may do something later on with it. Yep, that one's got one on it too. That's so cool. It's about as close as I get to treasure here in Missouri. We don't have any, you know, natural gold bearing ground, so that's about as close as I get. Oh yeah, look at this. There's more, I think. Well, no, maybe not. That's just the heat sink. Oh, there's one. That's so awesome. Ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep digging around here for a little while and see what else we can find. There's one. Still got its wrapper. Got a nice little pile going. It'll take a lot of this stuff to actually amount to much gold, but still, I mean, any gold is better than no gold, right? Oh wow, check that out. Huh. That's old. Kind of cool. I bet that's got a little bit of gold inside of it. Them teeth are probably gold plated. I may just take that too. Yeah, you never really know what's out in the woods till you start looking. I never realized this pile was here. This is on one of our cousins that owns some of the land in between our 2 or 3 sections of land we own down here. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and dig through this for a little while longer, and if I find any more gold, I'll let you know. That was kind of a cool and unsuspected find, so I just figured I'm not really finding any deer sheds. I'd go ahead and throw this in here. That way we at least got something interesting to talk about later in the comment section. Because yeah, that's a pretty nice little pile going on. I'll look into how I can chemically process that down, and we may make a video on that if you guys are interested in seeing it. Just let me know down in the comment section below. But alright, I'm going to keep looking through here for a little bit, and then we're going to move on and see if we can't pick up some deer sheds. So, with any luck, we'll find something else real cool. as you can see, we really aren't doing anything special. I'm just trying to follow pathways that I know the deer happen to travel. It's still fairly early. This was actually shot like a week and a half ago. I just haven't really had time to edit until now. But yeah, we're just kind of walking around, checking the pathways I know the deer happen to travel most of the time, and with any luck, we'll pop up on one, but if not, we're going to come back later and we're going to thoroughly grid search the entire farm. I'm going to try to enlist the help of a couple buddies, and we're just going to take 2 or 3 days and we are going to search the entire farm until we find some horns from some of the deer I had on film. But yeah, as you can see, we haven't really come across anything other than that gold yet. Alright, well, we really haven't found anything since that pile of gold. We've just kind of been walking around randomly looking. Haven't found any sheds yet, but that's almost to be expected. There's a lot of land down here and it's just me looking, so it may take me quite a bit of time just to actually look over everywhere. We're gonna go right up here in the woods. Yeah, we've covered quite a bit of ground already and haven't found any. But, like I said, that's to be expected. I know the deer like to hang out a lot up here on this hill. So we're gonna walk up on here, look around a little and see what we can find. There's a buck rub. Actually, it's a whole rub line. There's one there. And there's another small one right there. I haven't seen any deer yet. I figured we'd jump a few doing this, but I haven't seen any. Actually, I haven't seen anything. Not even a squirrel. I'd probably do a lot better job of looking if I knew for sure a lot of the deer had already lost their horns. But I've had quite a few on camera in the last couple days that still had them. So I'm not even all that confident there's any sheds to find here yet. But we're gonna look anyway. I need to figure out some way to get a video out for you guys. Once I have a lot more evidence that the deer have lost their horns, we'll come back down here with 2 or 3 people if we can find them, and we'll grid search this entire farm. because I want to find the sheds off a lot of the deer I was hunting this year, and that's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. Look at the size of some of these rocks when you get up here. This is probably one of the highest points on the farm, which it butts right up here to the neighbor's fence line too. Kind of hoping to get up here in some of these rocks that had druzy quartz on them, but I haven't found any yet. Go up here and check this fence line. See if any deer have lost their horns jumping it. Or crawling through, I guess. Alright, well, we're at the fence line now. As you might be able to see. Right there. We're going to go ahead and walk down it a little ways. Looks like a big tree fell up here. Right over there. I'm not so good with this selfie stick yet, but I'm working on it. But yeah, like I said, when I have a lot more evidence that the deer have lost their horns, we'll definitely come down here and look every square foot of this place. I'll take the entire day and we'll just grid search it. Walk in a straight line the whole length of the farm, go over 5 or 6 feet and do it again. It'll probably take all day, but I really, really want the horns off these deer, so we're gonna grid search ours, and then we're gonna ask the neighbors if we can grid search theirs. Especially if I can find the Big Ten sheds, that would make me really, really happy. The buck we had on camera a couple days ago was one of the nice 8-pointers. He still had his horns. But alright, I'm going to keep on walking through here, and if I see anything else, I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, well, we walked around for like an hour and a half, almost 2 now, and covered a decent portion of the farm. And so far we haven't found any sheds anyway. We did find that pile of gold over there in the woods. I'm gonna have to drive my vehicle up here and get a bag or 2 out of the car to go get it all. But we're gonna go ahead and walk down the roadway here and just kind of keep an eye on the fence row and see if we can find any where the deer have jumped and they fell off their heads. Normally there's quite a bit of deer traffic right through here. Find their tracks all through this clay all the time, especially during deer season. So far I'm not seeing anything though. There is a couple more spots on down here where they cross a lot more. But yeah, I don't know. If I had to guess, it'd probably be another couple weeks before they really start dropping really good. I'm sure a few already have, but I don't really see a point in walking all this much looking for one set of sheds when in a couple weeks I can be looking for all of them. And as many bucks as we have at this farm and the other farm, we ought to be able to find some sheds this year if we put in the time and the effort. Which, this is the first time I've actually got out and walked around and looked. I drove down here like a week ago to actually do this video. And when I pulled in the driveway, there was like a big 9-pointer took off running. Still had both sides of his horns, so that kind of put a damper in things. But I figured today we'd go ahead and just walk around for kicks and giggles and see what we could find. So far it hasn't been all that good. But I don't know. Videos have been kind of hard to make the last couple weeks. That's one of the reasons my videos are starting to get few and far between. I may go on a fishing trip Sunday, I'm not sure. Me and a buddy and his dad. We ended up going last Sunday and I should have recorded it, but I don't know, it was one of those I really wasn't in the mood to make a video and I kind of wanted to just take the day to relax, so that's what I did. And actually it ended up being a pretty good day. We caught, well, they was like one fish shy of having their limit and I only caught like 7 fish total. And only 5 of them were actually big enough to bring home. And we went to try to catch crappie. And we caught 34 crappie that we could bring home. And my buddy Sam caught a muskie, which I'd never seen before, so that was pretty cool. There's not very many places in Missouri where you can actually muskie fish. So that was neat. Kind of wish I'd have caught that on video, but what do you do? But yeah, we're not really finding anything, unfortunately. That's how it goes sometimes. But alright guys, we're about back to the car now. We'll probably give it another week or two, and then we'll come back down here and check the game cameras, and if we have evidence that they've lost horns, we're going to start like a 2 or 3 day long search. We're going to cover every square inch of this place till we find them. But alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave me a like down below. Comment if you want to, and as always, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Never costs a thing, it's always free, and I'd greatly appreciate it. But alright guys, have a good one.